Following the YouTubers vs TikTokers boxing event hosted by Social Gloves, some shocking allegations are now being made. First of all, it's being alleged that the Ace family's Austin McBroom actually owns the company Social Gloves, and on top of that, none of the performers from that night have been paid. I'm gonna get into all the details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. Recently, Social Gloves Entertainment hosted the YouTubers vs TikTokers boxing event that was billed as the Battle of the Platforms. For the main event, Austin McBroom squared off with Bryce Hall and scored a knockout win. Although just a week after the event had come to a close, several people associated with the event came forward with claims that they were never compensated. TikTokers Vinny Hacker and Josh Richards also made a shocking claim on the BFF podcast that Social Gloves had actually filed for bankruptcy. Then to make matters worse, backstage correspondent and Fight Hub TV founder Marcos Villegas also tweeted that the event only sold 136,000 pay-per-view buys. In response to the original claims of not being paid, Social Gloves issued a statement and said, "Before people start any rumors, we are working tirelessly to verify the financial results of the Social Gloves event. We have hired a leading accounting firm as well as a first-class forensic auditor to make sure that all amounts are properly accounted for. Our sincere hope is to pay every fighter and every talent who participated in this spectacular event in a reasonable time frame. Please continue to send us your receipts as it assists in verifying the total amounts earned." All of these social media boxing events are fairly new, so clearly the Social Gloves organization isn't as established as other fight promotions. However, it's becoming clear that there may be more to this Social Glove company. Tana actually accused Austin of owning the company and tweeted out, "Not Austin McBroom owning most of Social Gloves and then everyone being surprised people aren't getting paid," which was then followed up by a reply from Austin himself that said, "Not the most desperate human being speaking on shit she doesn't know about. Don't try and bring me or the event down to make you feel better about TanaCon." Oof, shade. Every fighter, including myself, will be getting paid and a lawsuit is happening, and it is not with Social Gloves, dum dum. Unfortunately, Def Noodles shared screenshots from what appears to be the US Patent and Trademark Office that listed the ownership of Social Gloves to Ace Hat Collection Incorporated. And the document was signed by Austin McBroom, who designated himself as the CEO. Def Noodles said in his tweet exposing these details, "Austin McBroom is the owner of Social Gloves, producer of the YouTube vs TikToker boxing event Trademark Doc Show. Many who took part in the event haven't been paid. Ace family has a history of participating in alleged scams, with Austin admitting once to scamming fans." In a separate response from the Social Gloves reaction, Austin responded to reports that the boxing event only sold 136,000 pay-per-view buys, and he said, "Only the haters want to believe that. If anything, these people who are scamming, which isn't Social Gloves, are basically saying all of us fighters fan bases ain't shit. We all know Social Gloves put on one of the biggest social media events in history, as all of you watched. The real numbers will come out soon. Just know Social Gloves weren't the ones who collected pay-per-view numbers / purchases. Don't forget how you watched it." Austin hasn't refuted that he is the CEO of this company either, so his ties will certainly mean that he will be flooded with messages and lawsuits until this is all cleared up. The real question is, will this company still be around once they balance the books and realize that the pay-per-view buys don't necessarily match up to their expenses?
The TikToker versus YouTuber boxing event was all anyone was talking about in the weeks leading up to the fight, and it seemed to have been a success. However, there's tons of controversy surrounding the fight after multiple fighters admitted that they hadn't been paid by the company that put on the fight, called Social Gloves. It was also recently exposed that Austin McBroom is a part owner of Social Gloves, even though he also participated in the fight and fought the main card against Bryce Hall. The boxing event apparently didn't live up to expectations for the pay-per-view buys. 500,000 was expected and it only got 136,000. After Vinny Hacker exposed that he had not been paid and Josh Richards revealed that there were lawsuits going on behind the scenes, Jake Paul decided to jump at the opportunity to call out Austin McBroom. Jake even went so far as to compare Austin to Billy McFarland, creator of the Fyre Festival, which we all know turned out to be a complete scam. Jake tweeted out a picture of Billy McFarland and Austin McBroom side by side with the caption, "Spot the difference." He also tweeted out that followers don't equal pay-per-view buys. Tana Mongeau also supported her ex-husband and tweeted, quote, "Not Austin McBroom owning most of Social Gloves and then everyone being surprised when people aren't paid." However, Austin didn't let that one slide and clapped back, writing, quote, "Not the most desperate human being speaking on shit she doesn't know about. Don't try and bring me or the event down to make you feel better about TanaCon. Every fighter, including myself, will be getting paid and a lawsuit is happening. And it's not with Social Gloves, dum-dum." Social Gloves also released a statement saying they're working tirelessly to pay everyone in a reasonable time frame, adding that they sold way more than the 136,000 number that's been swirling around. In response, Austin added, quote, "The real numbers will come out soon. Just know Social Gloves weren't the ones who collected PPV numbers and purchases." But that's not all. In the midst of all this fighting between Tana, Jake, and Austin, Tana tweeted out another bombshell about Austin's relationship. Austin tweeted that he's looking for someone who's willing to fight in the ring with Tana Tana then responded, writing, quote, "You realize Triller offers more money than you, right? Maybe I'd fight with social gloves when my friends get their checks. Remember when you had one of your security guards drop off $40,000 in a bag to my roommate so they wouldn't expose you cheating? You didn't pay me though." This cheating allegation by Tana comes after multiple women have spoke out against Austin and accused him of cheating on his wife, Catherine. Just weeks ago, a TikToker came forward with her story, saying she allegedly hooked up with Austin at his secret home in Malibu, and she decided to go public with it because she felt guilty.
Images of legal documents have been circulating online surrounding the Ace family's Los Angeles mansion. These anonymous images show that the house is being foreclosed due to missed mortgage and tax payments. One of the photos posted was a screenshot of the Ace family's home listed on the real estate marketplace Zillow, and it was labeled as pre-foreclosure. But people responded to that saying that the bank had already begun the process and they were losing their home. So it's not looking good. Furthermore, allegedly, the Ace family also received notice of default on May 25th because of their outstanding loan. According to the photos, their loan balance is over $9 million on the home. So even if they do sell the home now, they would be out $5 million. But of course, Austin McBroom responded to these allegations and denied them all. On his Instagram story, he posted a picture of his house and said, and I quote, "Stop capping on me and my family's name. Ain't nobody getting evicted, ain't nobody moving. Stop believing everything you see the haters say on the internet. If we were moving, we definitely would have informed the world and made a whole YouTube video about it. Have a good rest of your day," end quote. But it doesn't end there. Apparently, the family is also being sued for $65,000 by their former landlord for failing to pay rent on time and for ending the contract early. That other property cost them $7,000 a month to rent. So it looks like they have a history of home troubles. On top of that, public records show that the Ace family allegedly has several liens on their home for owing money to contractors. One is for $30,000 and the other is for $750,000. Additionally, the family broke the terms of their mortgage. For starters, they got the type of mortgage for homes that are bought to then be renovated and then flipped. But then they took out an additional $1 million loan on the house, which breaks the term of their mortgage. The legal troubles don't stop there though. On June 12th, Austin held a boxing event with YouTubers and TikTokers going at it in the ring. Well, soon after the event, a number of talent and boxers claimed that they were never paid by the company that hosted the event, Social Gloves Entertainment. It was later revealed that Austin McBroom owned Social Gloves Entertainment, and apparently Social Gloves has filed for bankruptcy. On top of that, Austin's company Ace Hat Collections Inc. is allegedly being sued by the social media company Subify and construction rental company Ahern Rentals. They are being sued by Subify because apparently they refused to pay the $120,000 that they owned the company. It doesn't end there though. A rental company in Miami called out Austin for failing to pay $7,500 for the rental of 2 cars for 5 days. So yeah, the family is in a really bad situation, and clearly they're having money issues. They allegedly owe tons of individuals and companies money and may be evicted from their house. For all of the mentioned reasons and more, people think that the Ace family is indeed broke and simply can't pay off everything that they have gotten themselves into. But what do you think though? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think they're gonna lose their house? I honestly have no clue, but they owe a lot of money for that house. Starting off this countdown, we have the mudslides. According to a number of the Ace family's neighbors, they have caused a bunch of mudslides in their community. On September 2nd, 2020, the Ace family uploaded a mansion tour video. During the tour, Austin hopped on a jet ski and started doing donuts in their pool. This created waves of water that dumped over the side and into their neighbor's property. After this video was posted, a Twitter user tweeted at them claiming they created mudslides that destroyed his uncle's garden, property, and grapes. In fact, he went on to post a video of the mudslide they caused, and in the video you can hear the neighbors yelling at the Ace family to stop. Also, apparently they have been told off before by the city, but they ignored those warnings and continued to ride their jet ski in the pool. Catherine responded to this saying, "People just hate to see happy people minding their own business, living their life, and staying in their own lane. So I'm just smiling at them all."
And that view.
Stop!
Moving on at number 9, we have the stealing. And if you guys are liking this video so far, make sure you smash that like button because it really helps us out.
We've been getting a lot of comments lately asking us what happened with the Ace family in this truck. So we just wanted to address it and let you guys hear firsthand from our mouths what really happened.
Now, this scandal didn't get the attention it deserved, but basically Austin was caught stealing designs from a small business owner. So the man behind the brand, Urban Trademark, sells these customized headbands and hats. Apparently Austin was a huge fan of the headbands and would always go to the store and buy tons. At one point he asked who the designer was and reached out to him. The two met up and planned to do a collab together. Urban Trademark even created custom headbands for Austin to then sell as merch. And he came up with this idea to use his own truck and sell the headbands out of it like a pop-up shop for his fans to come to.
And it just clicked to me. I was like, another thing was dope is I'm working on a truck that I'm about to drop that we can like basically do pop-ups where every band that I make exclusively for you, we pop up, we could sell them, and then, you know, it's love, like, you know what I'm saying, connecting to the people. You already said they f***ing with the brand already, so it makes sense. So he's like, yeah, bro, that shit sound hard. To elaborate more on the truck, so I tell him the whole get down about the truck.
Well, next thing you know, Austin is caught wearing knockoff versions of the bands that the guy made for him, and he started selling them as well. But get this, he even bought his own truck and transformed it into a merch pop-up shop, which again was all Urban Trademark's idea. So he totally screwed him over.
First thing when I got there, he's like, bro, did you bring some bands? Bro, I want to get some more from you. I'm like, yeah, I got some in the car. But let's, you know, try to figure out exactly on the business terms what you're trying to do as far as like, you know, with the brand or collaboration, or, you know, let's figure that out first. He was like, for sure. So we sat down, talked for like about an hour.
In our 8th spot, we have the leaked documents. Just recently, images of legal documents have been circulating online surrounding the Ace family's Los Angeles mansion. These anonymous images show that the house is being foreclosed due to missed mortgage and tax payments. Although Austin denies these claims, one of the photos shows his home listed on the real estate marketplace Zillow, and it's labeled as pre-foreclosure. Also, turns out that they have a loan balance over $9 million on the home. So even if they sold the home now, they would be out $5 million. In the end, if this is true, they might be evicted from their $7 million home. Now, Austin posted saying that they aren't getting evicted and that these documents were posted by haters on the internet. But I don't know, who would go to extreme lengths to forge a number of detailed documents like that? Coming in at number 7, we have the Mr. Kate drama. Back in 2019, Catherine and Austin hired YouTuber and designer Mr. Kate to help them furnish their home. They all had met up and Mr. Kate toured the place and made a whole game plan for them. But she was pregnant at the time and ended up giving birth. So things got a little postponed. While she was taking time for herself, she saw that Austin was already buying furniture and decorating the place himself. Fans were extremely mad by this and called him ungrateful. One person commented, and I quote, "Imagine being rich enough to own a house like that and then getting Mr. Kate to come design the interior and then taking over like their help means nothing." Now, Mr. Kate is a big designer. She has worked on a number of YouTubers' homes like James Charles, Lord DIY, Alicia Marie, etc. In one of her videos, she said she was still working on their place while on maternity leave. They had things planned out and measured, even custom pieces for them.
We were trying to take our break seriously and not do work.
Right, we didn't want to
And we kept seeing videos posted of like their new place because they're super excited about it, but like every video you'd see like one more piece of furniture show up. You'd be like, wait, what is that?
So, we have that issue at hand.
And because of Austin's actions, most of the stuff they had to replan. In the end, they only designed a couple of rooms in the house, which wasn't their original plan.
Okay, so we went inside and we come to find out that all of the rooms that we were thinking we were gonna maybe help them finish, the entryway, the living room, they've already decorated because Austin couldn't help himself and he went out and bought a ton of stuff.
Complete change of plan.
Yeah, I have to say I'm like a little disappointed just because I was really excited to do that entryway because it's just like so big. We had some like fun ideas for like artwork and everything we were gonna do and some sculptural stuff.
Moving on to number 6, we have the cheating allegations. Both Catherine and Austin have had their fair share of cheating allegations. It all started when a fan tweeted at Catherine telling her that her husband slept with her friend. In the tweet, she said, and I quote, "Last weekend, Austin was with some friends of mine in Miami. He slept with one of them and made her sign an NDA." And then just recently, Tana Mongeau also accused Austin of cheating. In a video, she said, and I quote, "One time Austin McBroom was cheating on Catherine, and the girl he was cheating on her with left her lipstick in his car. We got a call and we answered it, and it's Austin bawling his eyes out and Catherine absolutely screaming while holding this lipstick inside of the car." Austin apparently lied and said that the lipstick was Tana's to cover his She also said that Austin hired 4 of her friends as nannies so he could sleep with them. Of course, he has denied all allegations. And then Catherine was accused of cheating as well. Jake Paul said she slid into his DMs behind Austin's back, but there's no proof provided to confirm this. Either way, fans think that the two are only together for their YouTube channel, and outside of it, they're seeing other people. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the prank gone wrong. In December of 2018, Austin's brother-in-law Ryan decided to prank Austin by gift wrapping his car. It was a harmless prank and no damage was done to the car. But when Austin saw the car, he freaked out. In the video, you can see Austin aggressively ripping off pieces of wrapping paper with a very serious and agitated demeanor.
Who did? Hey! Who did this? Yo, who?
Where's Ryan? At one point, he even gets mad at his own daughter and accuses her of doing it. However, once he realized that he was being filmed, you could see his attitude and disposition change. He switches to his usual camera self. That's when he's all like, "Oh, haha, good prank, you got me." So people were quick to call out Austin for this and his on-screen personality versus his off-screen personality. In our 4th spot, we have the lawsuit. More leaked documents online show that the Ace family is currently hit with 2 different lawsuits. The first being in regards to the boxing event he held on June 12th. Well, soon after the event, a number of talent and boxers claimed that they were never paid by the company that hosted the event, Social Gloves Entertainment. It was later revealed that Austin McBroom is the owner of Social Gloves Entertainment. So he's got a lawsuit for not paying the influencers. Then he's being sued for $65,000 by his former landlord because they failed to pay some rent. And they also broke their contract early. Austin has yet spoke about these 2 lawsuits, but he certainly didn't want anyone finding out about them. Moving on to number 3, we have the lollipop. And if you follow the Ace family, then you for sure know what I'm talking about. Basically, Austin thought it would be funny to buy his daughter a phallic-shaped lollipop and just let her have it. He made a joke about this all and even filmed it. Fans were outraged by his actions. Not only did he take her to an adult store, but he thought it would be a funny joke or prank to pull on his daughter. It's just disgusting. As a result, he was heavily criticized by this and accused of sexualizing his own daughter. In our 2nd spot, we have the bum slapping. This has to do with another very controversial video of Austin McBroom. In the video, he is sitting on a couch with Catherine and his 2 daughters. He then mentions how he's been working out and slaps his bum. His daughter stands up on the couch and he proceeds to slap her bum and say, "Oh god damn." This is another moment he probably didn't want anyone to see because he was under fire by it. Like, as you can imagine, it's very disgusting behavior. And in our number 1 spot today, we have the leaked video. Just last year, a leaked video showed Austin yelling at his wife and cursing in front of his young children. This clip was accidentally left in during a new vlog posted on their channel on October 15th. It was their day in the life vlog. The part of the video has since been removed. And a number of people called Austin out for his unacceptable behavior.
Everybody. Ooh, look at my hair.
No.
Good thing I don't have to. No, I'm gonna say, good thing I have to be on camera today.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
My hair looks up. I would not film like this. So just go.
Okay. People quickly commented saying that they felt bad for Catherine. They were commenting on how she looked so uncomfortable and unhappy. But then the two took to Twitter to address these comments and concerns. Catherine tweeted out, and I quote, "I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Super chill vibes, something different. And yes, Austin and I get frustrated with each other sometimes. It's called marriage. I wish people would stop expecting people to have a perfect life. It's just not realistic. Love you, BB." And tagged at Austin McBroom. Still, fans are concerned for the way that Austin acts outside of YouTube.